food of the Bohemian lands, tasty boiled or roasted with meat or porridge. It looks like I'm eating it just like that. Some bread rolls, and that will call it I can call it a day. As you can see, my eyes are getting really dark. I'm sleeping now. Just like that, yeah. Good night's sleep. I can only sleep for 12 hours though. Let's sleep up until 6 o'clock. And then we'll see how things gonna go for us. Okay. Now. Let's see what we've got here as the main. Vengeance. My home was destroyed, my parents and my sweetheart murdered. I fled like a coward and only survived by a miracle. And when I tried to do the right thing and at least bury my loved ones, I lost the last thing my father left me, the sword he forged for Sir Radzig. But it will never run again, ever. I will find that bastard who led the raid on Skalitz and kill him. And I will find that thieving rat who took my sword and run him through with it. Skalitz was raised by King Sigismund of Hungary's army, but the attack itself was led by a knight whose coat of arms was a shield with one half gold with 3 red bars, and the other half plain red. He was the one who murdered my parents. It didn't take me long to find out who he was, because Sigismund's army also approached Talmberg and sent a negotiator to parley. It was him, and he even introduced himself by name Markwart von Aulitz, and I was helpless to do anything. But one day I will find him. I have to find the bastard who stole the sword from me. I believe he goes by the nickname Runt, and has something to do with Zbishek from Skalitz. I must find Markwart and avenge my parents. Okay, we're gonna do just that for now. Furthermore, awakening. I woke up from bad dreams. Theresa the Skalitz miller's daughter was sitting, leaning over me. It turns out it was she, together with Sir Robert and his men, who saved my life. Then she took me to Ratai, to Uncle Peshek's mill. They looked after me the whole time I was delirious and feverish. Theresa also lost everything and is now living on her uncle's mill. I may stay here if I wish, but I have a debt to settle. My treatment was not without cost. I have to go to Perkston Castle to see Sir Radzig and tell him what happened. It looks like, first of all, I'm gonna do the awakening. Maybe, I'm not sure. Really, which one is more important? This one or this one? Getting the sword or do the awakening? In any case, first of all, I'm just gonna get the sword back and see, because it could be that one of these missions are really important and the others are not that really important. Okay. Am I doing this right? So, vengeance. Get father's sword back. Find Markwart von Aulitz. Okay, so I see that the vengeance isn't really on the map. And everything kind of gets into perspective. Now you see we have one mission here, that's the awakening, and the other ones are somewhere here, but they're just not there. Oh, look at that, these people are very happy with me. So we'll go there and we'll pay our debts for killing that merchant. I wouldn't like to start the main missions and be in trouble with the law enforcement. Anyway, so we'll just have to kind of stay in prison there for a bit, I guess, which is fine. Then we'll be able to finish our mission with that Skalitz refugee, because we've got a seal though. So let's go in here. As you can see, people are very, very unhappy with me. Unfortunately, obviously. In any case, let's go here. We can check the reputation. And here's the settlement. Ledechko villagers, -93. It can be worse than that.
Hey, you! Halt!
Okay.
Surrender!
Okay.
You're under arrest for breaking the law.
Alright, interesting. They found me, unfortunately they found me.
Shit! You'll be damn sorry for committing murder. Personally, I'd rather string you up. But unfortunately, all I can do is throw you in jail.
Interesting. Let's try and scare him off.
Enough! What impertinence is this?
If that's how you want it, you idiot, I'm certainly not afraid of you.
Okay, it looks like it's not gonna work. Let's go to jail.
Alright, let's go and get it over with quick.
You'll love it there. It's all set up specially just for the likes of you.
10 days in jail. It looks like we're finally free. And let's see how the relationship here goes. It looks like they're fine with us. We spent our jail time in Rat Eye. Surprisingly enough, I would say. Huh. No. My horse was in Rat Eye too. And I may go with my missions now. So, this guy right here is still for 10 days there. Caught. So, I can't really give him that seal. Bring the seal to the vagabond who's caught. Now, let's go with the main mission, which is here. Alright, so most of the side quests are done, or it would take too much time, like hunting for example, to do. Something I may learn at some point in the future. I'm gonna leave the horse here and we'll be moving in to the castle. Let's see what the soldiers have to say.
Could that be the smith's son, Hal?
On my soul, it is him. What are you doing here, lad? We thought you were done for.
I'm going to see Sir Radzik. I was attacked by bandits in Skalitz.
Bandits attacked me in Skalitz.
And why, for God's sake, did you go back there? Who else but cutthroats and bandits did you expect to find?
I needed to bury my parents.
Oh, I see. Your father fought like a lion. I'm sorry.
He saved my life.
And not just yours. He was a good man, and you did right to bury him.
I didn't even manage that. I failed to save him or put him to rest.
And just what could you have done at Skalitz? If you tried to fight, the both of you would be dead. He gave his life for yours, Hal. So you'd better make good use of it.
You're right. And just what are you doing here?
I'm going to see Sir Radzik.
I must speak with Sir Radzik. Is he here?
He's in the palace with Sir Hanush of Ratai. They're feasting in the Knight's Hall. What do you want with him?
My father made him a sword. He asked me to deliver it to Sir Radzik.
I don't see any sword.
No. Bandits attacked me and stole it. I need to tell his lordship what happened. And then I'm going to find the sword.
Of course you are, Hal. Good luck.
Thanks.
Alright, let's go in. And look for them. They're somewhere there. I bet they are somewhere at the back. Now this is a kitchen, as you can see. Very well made kitchen. This is where they can boil water, or boil whatever they wish. This is where they cook stuff. We could eat too. Alright, he sounded like he ate very delicious food there.
Greetings. What business have you?
Okay, don't have anything to tell you. I've listened quite a bit to this. Okay, it looks like here is where people eat. That's a toilet, look at that. It's one of those toilets. Let's now see if there's anywhere else we can move to. Okay, these are battlements. And this is where we need to go. Sir Hanush of Leifa, you've discovered.
Your Graces, I have to tell you in all seriousness that this land of ours is in the shit. Deep fucking shit. Don't you agree?
I might not have put it as eloquently as you, Hanush,
but I've been driven out of my own castle, so I'm hardly going to disagree.
Indeed. But Birkstein is yours for as long as you need it. There's room enough for your men and you here at Rattay, and I'm sure my ward won't have any objection to me lending you his castle.
I'd be honoured. Perkstein is at your disposal as long as you wish, Your Grace.
Just as well you have another castle at the other end of town, eh? At any rate, I'm beholden to you, Sir Hans, and to you, Sir Hanush.
I don't like to speak ill of your people, Sir Radzig, but, well, there's no love lost between the townsfolk and the refugees. There's been talk of criminality.
No, they'll have to get used to it until the situation's resolved.
But when will it be resolved? And what on God's earth is this war even about? I won't lie, sir. I don't understand it.
You aren't alone, Father. I believe Sigismund's original intention was to persuade Wenceslas to accept the imperial crown and to leave the rule of Bohemia to him.
Who could blame him? I know Wenceslas is a friend of yours, Radzig, but even you have to admit he brought it upon himself.
I can't deny the king neglected affairs of state for other pursuits. There is a need for order in the land, but I don't think the lords who sided with Sigismund realized just what Hungarian order looks like.
Hungarian order.
What concerns me, sir, is how a good Christian could resort to such brutality.
To give him his due, I don't think he expected the lords of this country to stand behind the king. But thanks to him, we're tearing ourselves apart, and now he has to get things under control.
But why in God's name does he have to use those barbarians?
Money is the root of all evil, young sir. Wars are costly, and this one has dragged on for a year. Sigismund ran out of coin for knights, so he recruited those whore sons that settled in Hungary. The less he pays, the more they make up for it with plunder.
That's why he attacked us. He was after our silver.
What are you doing? You've no business here. Clear off.
Wait, it's Henry. Henry, who disappeared after I clearly ordered him to remain at Taunberg.
I'm sorry, sir, but I had to bury my parents.
Had to? Do you think you were the only man who lost someone there? But the others listened to their lord.
And it wasn't just your own life you nearly threw away. So Robard and his men risked theirs to save you.
I'm sorry, but I had to.
Oh, there you go. When you have to, Radzig.
Your father was a remarkable man, and your mother, she was remarkable too. They deserved a Christian burial. Did you manage that at least?
No. I was attacked by thieves. I wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for that girl.
Girl?
The miller's daughter, Teresa.
The miller's daughter saved you from the footpads? Well, there's a tale to tell your children.
I owe her my life. She distracted them and then brought me to Rattay. But without Sir Robard, we'd both be dead.
Oh, that's what I call a good woman. Hang on to that one, lad.
Still, it's a great shame your parents are buried in unconsecrated ground. That means purgatory for them.
Be quiet, Friar. I didn't invite you here to eat me out of house and home and deliver a sermon while you were doing it.
If you're so concerned, Father, maybe you should save the innocent souls of these fine Christians yourself. Go to Skalitz and consecrate their graves. I assure you, if you're killed by bandits, your soul will soar straight to heaven, as long as someone buries you in consecrated ground first.
If there's anything left to bury, that plump carcass of yours would be quite a feast for the wolves and the crows. And one skeleton looks much like another, so how would we know which were your ordained bones or those of Sigismund's Tartars?
Be that as it may, why have you come here?
I must get your sword back.
Sword? My sword hangs here at my side.
No, the sword my father forged for you. One of those thieves stole it from me.
They almost killed him and he already wants to go back.
Takes after his father, I suppose. Lad, I've lost a castle, a village, silver mines, and a good half of my subjects. Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
I understand. I'd feel the same way. But prudence is the better part of valor, and a dead man keeps no promises.
Aye. The woman had to save his fat from the fire, and now he wants revenge. What kind of fool are you?